Scott, all of whom explored the birth of the digital era some 25 years ago. Now we enter a new period of change, an inflection point with profound technological, cultural, and historical implications, and it's time for reassessment. Let's go. A revolutionary shift. First, there were the baby boomers, born 1945 to 1964, then Generation X, 1965 to 1980, followed by the millennials, 1981 to 1995, then Gen Z, 1996 to 2009, and the latest group, the Alphas, born 2010 or later. While the level of digital familiarity and expertise has increased with each subsequent group, it's with Gen Z and the Alphas that we begin to identify a cohort, the virtual natives, VNs for short, that are using digital tools not just to get the job done, but rather to deconstruct traditional ways of approaching tasks and to pick and choose only the angles and activities that make sense to them. They're questioning the way things have always been done, going against expectations from previous generations, and using the massive power of computing that has surrounded them their entire lives to rebuild processes and systems to match their own expectations and desires. Virtual natives are not just the kids who hang out in various virtual realities, as the term might suggest on its surface. They're the kids and young adults who were born into a world where virtualization is increasingly central to their existence, experiences, and expectations. It sounds like a big shift, and it is. But hold on. Are virtual natives different from the digital natives we've been talking about for the last 25 years? Yes, they are, and in significant ways. The term digital natives was originally coined by educator Mark Prensky in 2001. He used the phrase to describe the late millennial generation who are used to the instantaneity of hypertext, downloaded music, phones in their pockets, a library on their laptops, beamed messages, and instant messaging. These were kids who laughed at their elders, who printed out their emails, and bought books from a brick-and-mortar bookstore. Instead, they were happy to leave their emails online and order their books from a little, at the time, company named after a big river. They spoke technology fluently and adapted to digital formats quickly and almost effortlessly. By the time they were college graduates, Prensky said they had spent less than 5,000 hours of their lives reading, but over 10,000 hours playing video games, and more than 20,000 hours watching TV, which was their main cultural influence. This was all a big shift from what had gone before. Prensky's accurate description and catchy title caught on and entered general usage. While the digital natives moved happily and effortlessly in the newly digitized world, the online world of 2001 was still very much a digitized version of the original analog world. Almost all the online functions that anyone could perform back in 2001 were computerized versions of existing physical world processes that replicated the original process but did little to change or improve it. Most of those were one-way transfers of information, or transactions, made slightly faster and easier by virtue of being accessible through a computer. For example, annual reports were no longer printed, but posted on corporate websites as PDFs, still looking exactly as they had when they were mailed out in envelopes. College students back then may have played video games for more hours than they read books, but they still did read the books that they ordered on Amazon and watch broadcast TV. Digital natives no longer asked each other for turn-by-turn directions, but got them from Google Maps on their computer at home, and then printed them out to take along with them in the car. What has changed and made the new virtual native cohort possible is that technology has advanced to the point that it is now possible to achieve many goals in ways that no longer bear any resemblance to the original non-digital process that preceded them.